Hello everybody, this is me. It's the Whisper Corner, and I'm currently just having a wee, mental breakdown. I'm trying out my new microphone. So far I have sang 3 Christmas carols, which resulted in, changed lyrics, which, basically I shouldn't say out loud for the general public, otherwise I might think I'm a wee bit crazy. I've done some doodling, done a lot of coughing, a few burps, some scratches, and currently I'm just fiddling about with a pencil. I remember in primary school, one day my primary school was way out in the country. You sat in the yard. No, it wasn't the yard, it was a field. That's how much in the country I was. The fact that our playground was a field, and it was a very, very steep slope, and behind it there was a forest, or trees anyway. Not a forest, just trees, and there were paths up and down and through the trees. And obviously this is back in the 80s, back whenever children were allowed to go for walks on their own. You were left to it, and if you tripped and you fell, then you got a plaster on your knee, and there was no such thing as allergy resistant plasters, nonsense like that. And basically, whenever you went to the top of the hill, top of the field, you could see for miles in the distance, and there was sheeps and cows and probably some hens and stuff, and lots of trees and a loch and various things like that. And I remember one day we were to go out and just draw stuff that you saw, and I was crap. Couldn't draw to save my life. But I remember just sitting and doodling and just trying to do my best to draw what I saw. And now here I am, probably a good 30, 32, 33 years later. I wouldn't be that many, maybe we'll call it 30. 30 years later, and I'm still crap at drawing. It's funny, the skills that you sort of wish you had. I was watching, you see these people do videos of ASMR or maybe just random videos that you see online or television, and you see people sketching, and inside a few minutes they have something that you can tell what it is, and you wonder, how did they develop that skill? Was it just was it something innate, inborn in them, or obviously they have to practice, but how do you practice? How do you know what to do? Drawing, sketching, it's one of those skills that I sort of wish I had. I'm not dead. Near enough, I'm getting into middle age now, or prehistoric times. In prehistoric times, I'd be a good old age now. Let me see, this is December, and in 4 months I shall be 40. Now, from what I hear, my family want to throw a big party for me, but I just don't care, It's not that, some people just think, oh, I'm turning 30, oh, I'm turning 40. It's not that. That's not why I don't want a big party. There's a couple of reasons. Number one, 40 isn't a big number. Turning 21, that's a big number. Turning 30 is 9 years bigger. Turning 60, 65, 100. I think I've currently drawn an almond, but no one but me knows it's an almond. That's how good of a drawing it is. But I can't be bothered with a party. I don't like being the centre of attention. People will be all looking at me and going, well, Kevin, you're 49. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I know how old I am. Now, I'm not saying I'm a grump. You can say I'm a grump if you want. But, yeah, turned 40. Halfway to the grave. This is a Jerry Howie video. So, sort of wish I could draw, properly draw. Not properly as in, my stuff will sell for millions when I'm dead, but just being able to see something and sketch it and draw it, and people to go, wow, Kevin, you're fucking brilliant. And I go, yeah, no, I'm brilliant at everything. You all know that. What talents or skills do you wish you had? Is it something that maybe you once did and then stopped? I've over the years tried to learn different languages. I remember in school I played the viola. It was funny. Whenever we went into the school in first year, and we were in music class, and the teacher was looking for volunteers to learn to play different instruments. There was the cello and viola, and probably the violin as well. And the teacher asked me, Kevin, do you want to learn to play the viola? And I said, yes, why not? Not having a clue what a viola was, until she handed me the case. And I just thought, right, stop volunteering for shit, Kevin. And God's honest truth, I never tried. I wasn't interested at all. In fact, as far as I remember, what happened was I kept it in my locker, and then whenever I needed to put something else in my locker, one day I took it out of my locker and set it on top of my locker, and then it went missing. And I don't actually remember the end of this story, as in I don't quite know how I managed to, at the end of the year, be able to say, I know you want your viola back, but I haven't a clue where it is. I don't actually remember, but then again, got me some slack, I'm near 40. And I've bought a guitar a couple of times, but then, your fingers get sore and, you learn a few chords and things are going fine, and then it comes to the transition of being able to move fluently or smoothly from one chord to another. And that, of course, is going to take practice and time and patience. And patience isn't exactly something I'm known for. Then again, now that I'm living on my own, and basically if I'm not at work, I'm at home on my own, going bonkers, I might as well find something to do to pass the time. The winner of the recent competition to win Call of Duty for the PlayStation 4, he never contacted me, so that was good. So that means I've been playing it again. Great fun getting shot in the back all the time. I've currently turned this almond into what looks like a set of lips. Or turn it around and it looks like a funny shaped thingy-majig-mabob. You know. But, so yeah. So there's that. So recently I have demonetized all my videos. Just to, stop you having to listen to videos. I mean, like, let's speak the God's honest truth here, right? Now, on Chrome I have ad block, but on Firefox, because no one uses Internet Explorer, on Firefox I don't, and therefore I tend to watch videos. How many adverts that you see are you actually interested in? I mean, like, I don't know if it's a case of, like, I remember back in the good old days, a couple of years ago, but quite frequently you used to see movie trailers in amongst, your trailers. Nowadays, it just seems to be adverts for the sake of, my opinion, crap. Or, services that you're just never going to use. It's like, what's that one? Grammarly. Some guy sitting, some woman sitting in a library saying, I write because I'm at school, and therefore I need to know, blah blah blah. And then it cuts to some man in an office. I work in an office, and therefore I write all day. Okay. Surely, if you work in an office, and your man's pretty old, he's probably about my age, you're dead. Surely you should figure it out by now how to write. So, Grammarly. Sorry, Grammarly, I'm not going to buy your service because I don't believe I need you. But it just seems to be most of the adverts that you see. I mean, like, it's very, very rare that I would see a advert and that I would actually either, two options, either watch it the whole way through or click on the link to find out more information. Very rare. I'm sure you're probably the same if you ever see adverts. Maybe on a device which doesn't have ad block, maybe on your mobile phone or cell phone if you're, can't speak English. And so there you go. There's a don't see adverts anymore. I mean, it's not as if, I'm making big money from it. I'm only a wee fry, I'm only a wee fella. It's really weird. I don't quite get why my video a few months ago on European geography has 25,000 views, which is, a lot for my channel. I don't get it. It's because, well, there's different countries missing. Or is it because someone shared it? Someone, I won't say famous, but yeah. Why did I think of Matt Dillon? No one knows who Matt Dillon is anymore. Anyway, God, I'm showing my age, or my senility, or just my mental breakdown. So I've done some more shading, and currently my almond that turned into a set of lips now looks like, I don't know, I haven't got a clue. It's just weird looking. Maybe I'll take a photograph of it and leave it as my thumbnail. It's a butterfly in a cocoon. So let's now draw a tree. So that goes along there, and that goes. Then again, the cocoon wouldn't be stuck to a tree, it would not be stuck to a branch. So let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to put a wee thing in there, because you know how branches tend to, break off, especially by humans as they're walking along. That looks like an eye. There's currently a cocoon sitting stuck to someone's eye. Told you I was crap at drawing. I've drawn a null one, and it's not anywhere near where an eye would be, so now everyone knows that it's not an eye. So anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, so I applied for a new job yesterday, but then I'm not going to get it, and it's not through any sort of, oh Kevin, you need to be more confident. Now it's a medical thing, because I'm colourblind. I remember whenever I was a wee fella, back in primary school, same primary school as last time, and I remember getting the test done for colour blindness, where you have all the wee dots and you have the different shades, and you're meant to, recognise the number or the letter or the pattern. And I'm as colourblind as a bull, or a dog, or apparently the 1 in 12 men in the world who are colourblind. Women, it's 1 in 200, which is just fascinating. You come here for the fascinating facts, don't you? But anyway, yeah, so applied for a job, but apparently you can't be colourblind. And I was showing some of these colourblind tests to people at work today, and you can look them up on Google, just type in colourblind test, and they were looking at them and saying, 14, 26, 29, 33, and even whenever I had the answer, I still looked at them and thought, nope, I see nothing. To me, you could be making it all up, but I see nada. And it's not the sort of thing you can fake. I've had a look online, fake as in, fake, get away with it. So I had a look online, and there are such things as glasses that you can wear to sort of counteract colour blindness, but they tend to be, sunglasses. And you can't really wear sunglasses all day whenever you're at work, unless you're a lifeguard, and that's not me. So there's that. So good waste of an hour and a half filling in that form yesterday. There's a tree branch apparently. It has different dents and stuff cut into it. And I don't know what I'm doing here now at all. It looked like a tree, and now it looks like a zombie with long traces of hair coming from their head. So yeah, joy and laughter. Enjoy ever after. Sorry, I was back to singing more, what I call it, thingamajig Christmas carols. It's not a Christmas carol, it's Mistletoe and Wine by Cliff Richard. Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, children drinking turpentine, logs on the fire, dangerous berries on the tree, time to feed your belly and watch rubbish on TV. Isn't that what it's all about? So I'm now currently turning the tree into something from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Or, in other words, I haven't a clue what I'm doing here. Not a fiddly bunk. What's a fiddly bunk, Kevin? Not a clue. But then again, you don't have a clue, so I don't have a clue. So if we don't have a clue together, hopefully you're asleep and you haven't got a clue what a fiddly bunk is. I'm just proud of myself for remembering what I just said. That's something else people do all the time at work to me now. I'd be talking and someone will come along and ask me a question or interrupt me, and just all of a sudden I'm just thinking, what did I say? What was I talking about? And normally it'll come to me. Sometimes in a few minutes, sometimes in an hour later. So, yeah. So, this has just been a wee ramble. Basically, leave me a comment. How does this sound? What regrets or any skills or something you wish you had have learnt? I suppose, like, you're not dead, you still have time. Any skills you want to learn? Any requests that you have for my channel? Maybe say hello now and again. It's lonely here. It'll be lonely this Christmas. Lonely and cold. It'll be lonely this Christmas. Without you to hold. Don't let the door hit your arse on your way. Merry Christmas. Do 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 do. Ba ba da da ba da. And it's the way. Right, I'm going to call it quits there and drink some Diet Coke, go to bed, and then wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning needing to pee. That's the life of a 40-year-old man. Cheery bye.